Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, lovely ladies, at whatever time you are watching this today. This is Kusha from the Bespoke Designs, and I am back again for the Mompreneur Spotlight series. Today, we have yet another amazing guest. And as you already know this, that to celebrate Mother's Day this year, I am hosting a special Mompreneur Spotlight series where we are highlighting incredible women who are building businesses while raising families. What we really are doing is interviewing inspiring moms who are coaches, entrepreneurs, professionals, sharing their stories, lessons, and wisdom from the journey of balancing motherhood and business. So let's get together and celebrate the strength, ambition, and brilliance of mothers who are building powerful businesses and creating legacies. And with that, I want to invite here Akanksha Joshi, who is joining us all over from Pune. Akanksha, thank you so much for taking time out to be a part of this Mompreneur Spotlight series. Before I go ahead with my list of questions for you, why don't you please share a little bit about yourself for our audience?
Surely. So, first of all, hi. Hi, Kusha. Hi, everyone. And Kusha, thank you so much for doing this. This is such a fabulous intention and initiative from your side. It's so good to know about different moms because as moms, we are going through so much actually. And when we get to hear each other, we are definitely inspired at many different levels. So, hello everyone. I'm Akanksha Joshi. I'm the founder director of Kriya Viz. That's my venture. I'm a personality development and a communication skills coach. I train students for skill development, developing the key 21st century skills in them. For example, communications, which is the need of the hour. So in our times, it was more of academics, not much of skill development was mentioned. But now, today's day and age, it's very different. The children are very different and their requirements as well. So I also train college students, prepare them to ace their interviews and face the college life in the way they should boldly and confidently to be able to express their views, and also adults for effective communication and business communication skills. So this
Lovely.
is what I've been doing, and I found the purpose of my life behind this venture. So every day, it's not like work. It's more of that what I really like to do and enjoy. So I've been doing this from past 7 years.
Lovely. Awesome, Akanksha.
Yes.
So good to know about this. And I think before I start further, I do want to ask you about, your journey both as a mother and an entrepreneur.
Absolutely. So I would like to share that my motherhood journey is just turned 18. So my elder one, she's turned 18 last month. So that's the motherhood journey for me also. And it's been fabulous 18 years. My younger one is 13 and a half years old. I'm blessed with two lovely, beautiful daughters. I mean, if I say it's been a roller coaster ride, that is definitely not going to be wrong. But it's been a beautiful journey because they have taught me a lot, especially because now entrepreneur, as I said, this I started 7 years ago. But before that, my career has been like, up, down, various different options I've explored. And the kind of society we live in, it's very easy to become judgmental that
Yeah.
she was in corporate, she switched to teaching, then she became a professional nail artist and then the makeup artist. What's going on? And that, of course, it made me also feel a little, I was very conscious about it that, oh, yes, is there something wrong with me? Because I've been doing everything very well. It was not that it was something wrong at those places. But during all that while, during that time especially, it was my girls who changed my perception completely about this whole thing. And they've been my absolute cheerleaders. Sorry. So they came to me and they were like, suddenly, Mama, how come you are able to do this also? You are a published author as well. You're a nail artist. You are a makeup artist. You do teaching us also. And you're loved by your students. And I just looked at them and I was like, oh my God, the coin has two sides. Which side was I on? It was completely wrong. Look at this. This is the
Mm.
point of view I need to see myself from where my daughters are. And that just changed everything. So I'm like proud of my journey, every part that I have played. And yes, now being an entrepreneur and serving the purpose of my life, I'm fully satisfied by what I bring. So definitely motherhood has been really good. It has taught me a lot and I have evolved as a mother. So
That's
love,
amazing.
not just as a mother, but as an entrepreneur as well.
No, I think having kids in itself means that we start learning a lot of things, and we go through a change in our own personal life and also in the kind of roles that we play. And considering that you've had multiple hats on in the different gifts that you have, so obviously kind of don't realize that we are doing so many things, and we need that outside inward kind of a perspective. And I think it was a perfect time that your daughters did that for you. And so
Truly.
it just made you kind of not validate, but then it gave you that kind of reassurance that, whatever doubts you had, that, okay, wait, what am I even doing? And if you were even questioning yourself, so that sort of cleared the air in your head.
It was
And
an
you're
eye
like,
opener,
yeah,
completely an eye opener. I was like, oh my God, I was looking at things from a very different perspective, basically from the other's perspective, not
yeah,
from what I truly feel about it. So
yes,
now they just completely changed that. I'm very proud of whatever I have done. I've done it
yes.
well. So I'm happy with that. So that's
That's
the
amazing. So, Akanksha, tell me something. Now that we are talking in around both of these things, do you think they are interrelated? And when I say interrelated, do you think motherhood has taught you anything that sort of, you're able to use in your business, and any kind of skill set, anything to do with leadership that you feel being a mom has, sort of helped you?
definitely, absolutely. It is very much interrelated. First and foremost is communication. That's a skill which we usually people think it's just required for workplace. You
Yes.
should be performing well at work, so you should have a good communication. But that's not it. Your communication actually starts at the personal level.
Mm.
So the way you communicate, how much you communicate, you are defining your relations because of that. So through motherhood, it is one thing I truly learned. And the way we communicate, how I have been able to communicate with my daughters in their toddler age. Of course, I love the baby phase. That was the easiest, I would say. But the toddler phase, then the preteens, and now, of course, their teens, both of them are in their teens. So every stage, the communication changes and you have to adapt to it. These are all life skills, which definitely help us in whatever work that we are doing. So even as an entrepreneur and me being a communication skills coach, I've learned a lot from my personal communications in my relation rather than the professional. I'm able to use those learnings in the professional side because I connect with students of various age groups from 7
Hmm.
years to 16 years, then, of course, college, again, teens, and with adults as well. So there's a wide spectrum over here. So
Yes.
I'm able to do that thanks to what I have the environment at home. I'm able to connect with my girls in such a way. So they've taught me a lot. And again, with regards to communication, everybody thinks it's more about speaking. Nobody thinks about the one major aspect, which is listening.
Mm.
They've taught me that we need to first listen in a very non judgmental, neutral way without drawing any conclusions and listen to respond rather than, just react. Because this is a different world right now our children are in. And we cannot compare everything to what we were at our times. They have definitely taught me that you need to listen to the children. And I connect with a lot of parents. They come to me when they have to enroll their children for my programs, and they share that my son or my daughter is not speaking much. They don't speak at home. They're okay with friends and or maybe outside, or maybe outside also they don't speak. It's so easy to label our children. First of all, they don't even know what is happening with them. And it's so difficult to do self reflection, which is very much required for parents. And as a parent, as a mom, I can definitely say first we need to see what kind of environment we are giving our children. Are we communicating with them? Are you taking out time, or do you have just one simple sentence? We are very busy. I have a lot of work to do. I'm working at home, I'm working outside. So, is that what is going to the children, or do you really take out time to actually listen to them, what they did throughout the day, or any simple discussions you get involved in their life? So, what kind of communication are you doing with your children? What kind of communication is happening with the different relations? So this is something that again is a food for thought with everyone, for everyone, and it was for me as well. And definitely it has had a huge impact on my professional career as well. I keep these things in mind. So I definitely, when the students when they join, it's all about communication. So when they would like to share something, whether it might be silly, something funny, I am all ears. I'm all ears. I'm there to show them that I'm eager to listen to them. That makes a huge difference. So that connect and rapport happens. If I'm able to do that with different people, different children of different ages, that's what exactly it is all about. Communication is not just speaking, it's more of listening. So,
Yes.
and I think that's both of these things are very important leadership quality.
I agree. Yeah, totally. I think communication is a game changer. If only, people would work on it, focus on it, and it helps to build relationships, both professional as well as personal. And now coming to the business side of it, Akanksha, if I had to ask you, when you were building your business, what are some of the biggest challenges that you were facing?
So I told you, I've explored various different fields. That's because I am born with this creative side more than the logic side, analytical. And hence I started my journey with corporate. But I just realized in 1 year itself that I'm not meant to just sit, and I felt like a robot. I'm so sorry. It's not to demean anyone and the work. It's just that I couldn't connect to that kind of work because I like to communicate a lot and I'm very social. I have a lot of creativity since my childhood. So hence I was exploring, I think, careers wherein I would be able to do something which will pep me up and give me that energy every day that I love doing what I do. So I explored various, but when it came to entrepreneurship, especially starting with Kriyavis, of course, any business for that matter, it does take time. It's not an overnight thing that you get success. First thing, purpose is what it really made me get into this to start, because there was a definite purpose. And I truly still feel that, yes, I am doing something about it. I'm just not, shooting in the dark kind of a thing. Or it's not just, and the purpose is not just to earn money. Money is a need. It's not purpose of your work. So that is different. So purpose was one thing. Once I found the purpose and I started off, of course, it took some time up when I was getting to know different parents and then connecting. I started with just one child at a time.
Mhm.
So patience is another thing. It really taught me that you have to be patient. You have to be very positive about it, what you are doing, and put in all the positive energy in that. And of course, perseverance. So from the beginning, these P's, the purpose, positivity, patience, and perseverance, these have kept me or held me together. And from where I started, like just one child at a time, maybe once in a month, one child, I'm enrolling us 2 children. From there to now, where my batches are completely full and the parents have to be on the wait list. So it's been a wholesome journey, very satisfying, because it's not about more of commercials. It's
Mhm.
about what I do. There is a
Right.
purpose behind it, and I truly believe that it is one of the most important things. So with patience, definitely, we do get where we are meant to. And I
Yeah.
still think I am not just where I should be. This is still a journey. So
Yeah,
I'm
of
still
course.
looking forward to that.
Great. I think that's amazing to know that when you're starting out, you need to have all these P's, because it can get challenging. It can
It is.
be, a place where you will have to experiment with things and you might fall down. You'll have to get up. You have to stop giving up on yourself and,
Absolutely.
just stick to your purpose behind why you do what you want to do.
Totally, because there's a lot of uncertainty involved. Anyone who starts any kind of business, no matter
Yeah.
what it is, there is a lot of uncertainty, unlike jobs where you know you are going to get your salary at the end of the month. If you feel that, yes, your purpose is whatever job you're doing, well, absolutely fine. But when it comes to starting your own business, yes, it just comes as a package. So you have to keep motivating yourself that, yes, you're doing it for a reason, and you have to keep pushing yourself. So these P's really help in that manner.
Okay, so for all the amazing moms who are watching this and listening to us today, what is one advice you would give them if, they want to start their business today?
Any age, first of all, it's absolutely fine. So do not restrict yourself thinking, oh, now I am in my 40s or in my 50s or nothing. It just doesn't matter. Okay. So first is just remove any kind of self restrictions you might be imposing on yourself. Secondly, choose your niche. Niche is something that you really want to do. That is very, very important because the later part defines from this. I mean, it is defined from whatever you choose, your interest, your, the push that you will be giving to yourself. It will only happen if you truly believe in whatever you are starting. Anything, okay? So that, and then just give yourself some time. Take deep breath. It's all going to work out, and you just need to be steady. There would be some days, and I'm not going to exaggerate on this, but it is true that there will be some days when you feel a little lost, when you feel what I'm doing is it right? I mean, am I supposed to do that? Or did I make a wrong decision? Yes, such thoughts do come. It's not always possible to be in the positive state of mind, but that's where the push is required. You have to push yourself. Don't expect it from others because that's no guarantee for that. So you have to push yourself. You have to be there. And at any time, any age, this is very much possible. So tell yourself that it is possible for me to start now, and you will see success very soon. So this is what I would like to share.
That's cool advice, I feel. And all the lovely ladies watching this, I'm sure they will agree with this that, when you need to start, you have to make sure you get rid of your own self because you can sometimes be your biggest obstacle, in your dreams, in achieving your dreams. So make sure you don't bring yourself in between your dreams. And just like how Akanksha said, that keep at it, don't give up even if you will have doubts some days, but then again, there
True.
it's like they say that there is light at the end of the tunnel, so
Channel.
just keep going.
And invest in yourself. I mean, if there is certain skill which is required, that is not spending money. Kharcha kar rahe hum waisa nahi. We don't have to think like that. It is like it's an investment in myself, which is going to help me for my business. Anything, that kind of investment is lifelong. So don't hesitate to do that. That is one very important thing.
Yeah, that's true. And Akanksha, I want to come back to both of your daughters, and this question goes for them. So, what legacy do you want to create for your daughters?
To be able to do whatever they want in life freely and boldly. I mean, there is nothing, they should see themselves from their own eyes before they see from our eyes or from the world's eyes. That is not what we want. One thing that I would like to, if I'm teaching them something, this is one thing, that just live your life on your terms and not on the society's terms. So it gives a huge feeling of freedom and power, which I think is very, very important for any child these days because they're surrounded with so much of exposure is there. Social media, the world is at their fingertips. It is everywhere. It's so easy for them to get influenced. But in those times when you can stand up for yourself and say that, no, this is what I've decided and I'm going to go by this, that is what gives you power. So this is what I have been teaching and I will continue to do so. Rest, everything just is okay. Marks or, what they want to, if they want to switch, why not? I mean, explore life. Life is meant to be lived and not in a certain, it doesn't come with a manual. So they do not have to follow one straight path. Zigzag becomes more interesting, I feel.
Yeah.
So that they are free to do that.
Oh, I love that. That's a beautiful way to put it. And I think we're almost at the end of the interview. But Akanksha, is there some kind of a free gift that you would like to give for our audience?
Sure, absolutely. I would love to give a 15 to 20-minute free interaction. So it could be with regards to your child. I interact with children 7 years above. So it could be related to the child if you would like to interact with me or the moms out there.
That's amazing. So we will definitely share the link to connect with Akanksha. Is there any kind of a challenge that you want to give our listeners? Any kind of an action that you want them to take?
Sure. I love giving activities. So all my courses or programs with regards to whether it's students or adults, they are all activity based. And I think that really makes a difference. So here's an activity for all the moms out there. Okay. Why specifically this? Because as moms, we are playing various roles. And I don't mean to sound too feminist because I know, of course, men also, they are playing too many roles. But when it comes to women, just because of our default nature, we feel everything too deeply. We get connected, whether it's our kitchen that knife, I want this knife, or little of our utensils, whether it's our children, their studies, or husband, in-laws, parents, we just get too deeply connected for everything. And what happens after that is moms tend to put everyone else in front on the front seat. And what place we take the back seat completely. We ignore ourselves. So here's an activity for all the moms. And then later you can maybe tell me also, or Kusha also, that how you felt after this. Sit down today or tomorrow, anytime, with a nice cup of coffee, tea, anything that you like, at a time where nobody is there to disturb you. Just sit down with pen and paper. A quick review of your own life from childhood to right now. How you have been, what kind of a girl, in your childhood you were, and just quick reflection. After that, put down all the good things that you have, all good qualities, and all the good things things you are good at. So maybe you're good at cooking a particular dish, maybe, or you have a lovely smile, you have lovely eyes. Don't think about anything that, no, but I haven't been complimented about it. No, it's about what you feel, okay? You're not seeing yourself from others' eyes. See what you feel. You feel your hair is good, please go ahead and write down. So all the good qualities, you are loving, caring, you are responsible. Don't think too much about it. Just make a list. There is no upper cap. After you are done with the list, go through it like, this is me, read everything about yourself, and then just see how you feel about it. This
It's a
is the
great
act.
exercise. I hope people do it. I've done
Just
it. I've
try
loved
it,
it.
because there's one huge reason. When I ask, I make my clients do this, and it's really so. Sometimes I'm shocked that when I ask them to give me some good qualities, like just 5 or 10 about their husband or son, daughter, parent, anyone, friend, it's like this quick, within seconds. The moment I shift the question to them, and they're like maybe 2 or 3, and then they're stuck. Do I have any more good qualities? And I'm like, of course you do. So hence the moms, this is why it is very important for you to know that what is good in you. And there's lots and lots which is there. So see yourself from your good eyes, see yourself from that and not from the world's eyes. So
Oh my
this is what.
God. I love this. Okay, lovely ladies who are watching this, please definitely try this activity. It's a game changer. It will change your perspective about yourself. It will
Truly.
help you realize what is your self-worth. It will give you confidence. And trust me, I want to add on to this, if that's okay with you, Akanksha. Anytime you're
Absolutely.
feeling low, go back and read that
Yes.
list. Go back and read those points that you've written about yourself. You will get hope. You will get faith in yourself. You will get back the trust that you're probably losing out on, and you will get the courage to deal with whatever is happening in your life, whatever situation you're going through, and which is kind of not making you feel empowered. So that is a very powerful, empowering list. All you have to do is just do it at least once, and just
do
see.
it. Yes.
Yeah.
Just do it without any thoughts, without even questioning, do I have
Yeah.
good qualities? Please don't even question. Just sit down with the list with your cup of preferred beverage. Just do it, and you will definitely feel the difference. I can vouch for it. Definitely.
Yeah, me too. Great. Akanksha, it's been so amazing talking to you today. I know we have time constraints, otherwise, we could keep going on talking more around
Absolutely.
communication and all of this. But thank you so much once again, for taking time out and being part of this amazing, amazing Spotlight series. And with this, we are almost at the end, and I will definitely have another amazing guest joining us shortly. But until then, I want you all to take care, stay safe, enjoy life. And this is Kusha signing off. Bye bye.
Thank you so much, Kusha, for everything.